Hello, everybody. We're finally able to go live on the ducks page. So I figured I would show you some footage of them outside right now. It's finally warm enough to go outside. I think it's like exactly 32, 33 today. So we still have a lot of snow that has kind of like frozen over almost out here in their pen. So these guys are only 3 months old. They were born about October 13th. They are Welsh Harlequins is the breed. This is Howard. He is the male, the only drake of the flock right now. This is Heidi. She's the smallest hen out of all of them. And I can tell she has the lightest feathers on her head. That's how I tell her apart. This is Harley. When we got Welsh Harlequins, I wanted to at least name one of them Harley. Yes, after the DC character. So she is a true Welsh Harlequin coloring. She's always had kind of the most black on her as far as her feathers. So that's kind of how I tell her apart. And then we have Hazel over there. And I can tell Hazel and Harley apart because Hazel has more of a V shape where her bill meets her head at the top of the bridge of her nose. And Harley's is more of a C shape. It's more curved. So that's kind of how I tell them apart. But this is their situation right now. Even though most of the ground is covered in some really hard snow, they're able to go kind of under here. This is just a chair that we put up with a blanket to kind of provide them some warm place to go with some insulation, with some bedding in there that doesn't have any snow. And then they can go in here to break from the wind, and there's some food in there for them. And then they have another little space over there where they can go and nest in the shavings if they want. And then this is where normally their pool is. They have a little pond to swim in, but right now where it's really cold outside, I don't want them to be jumping in the water and then their feathers freezing. So we don't have water for them to swim in right now, but they have enough to dunk their bills and their noses in to wash out their nose and help wash down their food. So, what are you doing, Harley? What are you doing, Harley? What are you doing? You want to show everybody your bill? Yeah? Yeah? What are you guys doing? There's some birds out here on the power line watching us. And I saw a hawk a minute ago, so they're pretty good about kind of, oh, I almost slipped there on the ice. So they're kind of good about, they kind of look up into the sky and notify me if any hawks are flying by. But that's one of the reasons why we can't really let them free range when we're not out here with them, because the hawks around here can just swoop down and come pick them up. They haven't yet, luckily, but we live right by a golf course, so we're really hesitant about letting them free range here in the backyard without one of us walking around here. We do have dogs. Rhodey, come here, buddy. Come here, say hi. Come here and say hi. Yeah, this is their little guard dog. Yeah, are you the guard dog of the Waddling Woods? Yeah, are you the guard dog? So he kind of stays out here a lot of the time and helps guard them. He is a terrier mix, so he's pretty good at alerting us if there are any predators in the area. We've had like stray cats and possums here in the yard, but that's about it so far. So here are the Waddling Woods ducks. They are Welsh Harlequins is the breed, if you're wondering. This is Heidi. She's the smallest of the group. And you can tell she has more white feathers, especially on her head. This is Harley. And that was my one stipulation when we got Welsh Harlequins. I wanted to name one Harley. And then this is Howard. He is the one male, the drake of the group. And then There's Harley again. She's always the one coming up to the camera. She likes to hog the spotlight. What do you want, girly? And then Hazel is back there. So we named them all H names because they're Harlequins. They're Welsh Harlequins. So we got Heidi, Hazel, Harley, and Howard. So he has finally started to get the green feathers on his head. It took him a while. Now they're 3 months old. He's finally starting to get his male adult coloring, so you can really tell him apart from the girls. And then his bill is obviously a lot lighter. So these guys are about 3 months old. They're finally fully feathered. They were about to be ready to go full-time outside, but then we had the snowstorm. And so since they're so young still, we didn't want to kind of shock their systems and put them out immediately in temperatures that were in the teens when they're used to being inside at night. Even though we bring them out here during the day, they have never faced temperatures that low. And we brought them out a few times and they just started like shivering and huddling up and acting real cold. So we have been keeping them in our sunroom for the majority of the time, except when it's kind of above 20, 25 is when I feel comfortable, and when it's sunny to kind of let them out here and let them roam around, stretch their legs. I've scattered some mealworms around here for them to snack on. They have some water. But for right now, they are transitioning inside, outside constantly because of this weather. So, and then we'll eventually be building kind of a housing to attach onto this poultry pen for them to go into at night. But there she is. There's Harley. Hi, Harley. Hi, Harley. Hi, Howard. They're doing their head bob. They're showing off for you. Are you guys showing off? Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Showing off. Showing off. Well, you're gonna go hide. You hear the helicopter? Hear a helicopter up there. Yep. That's what they're freaking out about. You guys good? Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. You're You're all right. It was just a helicopter. It was just a helicopter. All right, I'm gonna let you guys chill out here for a little bit. All right, I'm gonna leave them for a little bit. It's warm enough today. The sun's out. They can stretch their legs. So they don't have to be in our sunroom anymore. This is their situation in our sunroom. I'll show you. So this is their duck house where they stay at night with some heat plates. And then they've been making a mess here in our sunroom. But hopefully not for long. Hopefully it warms up. And I'll see you guys on the next live.